कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
हेलो।
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी, बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायकु फलचारी। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार, बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीसति लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे, कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतई सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरिचेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।
Jai Shri Krishna everyone. Jai Shri Krishna everyone. Shamadhi shatak pradavai bhavabhyam, samadhi dhatana pratadikshitabhyam, ramadavang kristhira bhaktidabhyam, namo namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam. Offering my humble pranam to Param Pujya Swami Govinda Dev Giri Ji Maharaj, I, Jahnavi Dekhne, extend a very warm welcome to all the aspiring sadhaks to this very special interpretation session of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Nyaas for the first time in English language. Every action prescribed in our scriptures carry a very meaningful purpose. Praying to God before undertaking any endeavor symbolizes our desire to invite positive energy, seek clarity, and foster a sense of peace and harmony. So, let us begin our session with prayer. For this, I would like to invite Om Prakash Vaishnavji from Baroda, Gujarat. He is an ex-military soldier and has been associated with Geeta Parivar since 2021. Jai Shri Krishna Bhaiya. Please unmute yourself, Bhaiya. Jai Shri Krishna.
जय श्री कृष्ण दीदी। वासुदेव सुतं देवं कंस चाणूरमर्दनं, देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं।
Jai Shri Krishna Bhaiya. Thank you for such a melodious prayer. Now, to signify good beginnings and entry of light in our lives, let us light the lamp of our lives by embracing the wisdom of Geeta ji and seeking blessings from her to guide us toward enlightenment. For Deepa Prajwalan, I'd like to call upon Sindhuji Sharma from Bangalore. Sindhuji has been associated with Geeta Parivar since March 2021 and is serving as a technical assistant in level 1 and level 2 and as a participant in level 4. Jai Shri Krishna Didi.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृताम् कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः।
Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you for such a beautiful Deepa Prajwalan. Thank you. So, after such a Madhur Prarthana, Madhur Deepa Prajwalan, now it's time for some Madhur Chintan of infinitely Madhur Nyaas, Geeta Mahatmya, Geeta Dhyana Shlokas. So, and we all Geeta Premi Sadhaks have been blessed to understand these shlokas from an equally Madhur personality. So, before introducing our today's Vivechak, I'd like to add some points. From tomorrow, our level 2 online Geeta Santha Kakshas are beginning. So I hope you all have rejoined and hoping to continue this Char Dham Yatra which you all have completed in this level 4. I hope you all are hoping to just continue learning the shlokas again and again. So I hope you all have enrolled in level 2 or in level 1 or whatever you want to continue learning the shlokas in. Okay. And I hope we all also have downloaded the Ram Pratishtha app in our mobiles and are updating our chanting counts, Hanuman Chalisa, Shatakoti Hanuman Chalisa chanting counts in the Ram Pratishtha app and getting ready for Ram Lila's Pratisthapana in Ayodhya. So, as I was saying, after such a Madhur Prarthana, Madhur Deepa Prajwalan, now it's time for our Madhur Chintan of this infinitely Madhur Nyaas shlokas. We all are very blessed to understand all these shlokas, all these chapters from a very esteemed Vivechak, from an equally Madhur personality, our esteemed Vivechak senior trainer, Shraddha Raodeo Didi. Shraddha Didi is a person whose very name encapsulates the most beautiful aspect of her personality. Shraddha, that is devotion, faith, and steadfast commitment. The qualities that make a secret ingredient that align the 3 pillars of sadhana, satsang, and seva, which make a foundation of a meaningful human life, right? So introducing someone as talented and versatile and exceptional as Shraddha Didi is beyond my capacity, but I'll try my best. So Shraddha Didi holds an engineering bachelor degree in electronics and postgraduate diploma in IT systems and management, and has demonstrated her expertise in the field. She is associated with Nagpur and Bhagyanagar Geeta Parivar and is one of the core team members in these online Geeta Santha classes from very beginning. She is a dedicated Geeta Sevi and is making valuable contributions as head of class monitoring team and core team members of various teams like training selection teams, trainers training team, trainer selectioning team, academic literature team, and whatnot. Many sadhaks under her guidance have by-hearted all the 18 chapters of Geeta Ji, and not just by-hearted, they are also moving forward to become true Geeta Vratis. Along with this, sadhaks from her Bhopal jail batch have passed 3 exams and have become Geeta Pathakas under her invaluable mentorship. However, beyond all these achievements, her ardent love for Bhagavad Gita and her unwavering devotion towards her Guru are the factors that define her the best. Right? So yes. So I think there is some.
संस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ। भारतीय संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा, ज्ञान और विज्ञान यहीं से सबने पाया सारा, सबने पाया सारा। कुछ भूलों से हारा फिर से जीते देश हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ। त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ। त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी, वैज्ञानिकता विनय सभ्यता स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी, स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी। देशभक्ति में तेजस्वी हो फिर समाज यह सारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ। बुद्ध गगन के तारे, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ। महावीर गोविंद शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे, परंपरा की पुण्य चेतना उर में हम सब धारे, उर में हम सब धारे। बाल हृदय में उसे जगाकर जगे देश यह सारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ। प्रबलता को राष्ट्र समर्थ बनाओ, बंधु भाव समता ममता से सबको गले लगाओ, सबको गले लगाओ। चलो विवेकानंद मार्ग पर शुभ संदेश हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता।
Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. Looks like Dede is having some network issue. Till Dede joins, okay, we'll have one recitation of Hanuman Chalisa, right? So that we'll be able to fulfill our Swamiji's wish a little bit earlier, right? So let's have one recitation of Hanuman Chalisa, and do not forget to update your accounts in Ram Pratishtha. Okay.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी, बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार, बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे, कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज संवारे। लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतई सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज संभारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो को।
Jai Shri Krishna, Didi. Jai Shri Krishna, Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna. Am I audible, Janviti?
Yes, Didi, yes.
Okay, I'm very sorry. Prarthana also is done, Didi.
Yes, yes, Didi. You can proceed with the village.
Okay. Just give me 1 minute. I'm extremely sorry about the delay. My Zoom was creating troubles. Am I clearly audible, Janvi?
Yes, Didi, perfect.
Okay. I'm extremely sorry about the delay. And somehow Shri Krishna ji has saved me from a bigger trouble of changing the devices. But extreme apologies to all of you. I'll begin with the Prarthana. Hari Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Haraye Paramatmane, Pranatah Kleshanashaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Krathitam Puranam Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniം Bhagavatim Ashtadashaധ്യായിനിം Amba Tvamanusandadhami Bhagavad-Gītē Bhavatveshini. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha. So today we are all meeting to discuss something very important and very interesting. Nyaas. We all have completed the discussion of all the 6 chapters which are in level 4, and we all meet again today here to discuss Nyaas, the entire prakriya of Nyaas. Firstly, let me congratulate each one of you for completing this one cycle of all 18 chapters. While we have completed all the 18 chapters, studying all the 18 chapters, in totality, the study of all 18 chapters never gets over. Bhagavad-Gītā is something that needs to be studied in a very uninterrupted, sustained and uninterrupted way. Continuous studies, continuous chintan, continuous contemplation of all shlokas is continuously required. Now, when we are studying these shlokas, when we are reading these shlokas, there is a different set of gestures, process that has been prescribed. Again, this is not something compulsory. However, a recommended process that can be followed to chant all 18 chapters of Bhagavad-Gītā. So, with seeking blessings of Swami Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj and with Krishna Kripa, let us begin with our discussion today. While we do this, we have to understand that this entire process, as I told you, it is not a complete, it is not a compulsory process. This reading all 18 chapters together is called the process of Parayan. When somebody is doing Parayan, what is Parayan? Parayan is reading all 18 chapters together in one sitting. Uninterrupted reading of all 18 chapters done together is called Parayan. And when we are doing the Parayan, it is suggested that this process should be done. Now, what is this entire process of Nyaas? The word Nyaas has different meanings. The word Nyaas here in this context means establishing. Establishing what? Establishing the different, the presence of gods, the presence of the different aura that we have around us. See, we all are followers of the Vedanta tradition. We are all followers of the Vedas. According to the Vedas, there is a presence, a subtle presence of divinity, certain presence of deities all around us, everywhere. Parampita Paramatma is Sarva Vyapi. He is present everywhere. While we are sitting for the Parayan, while we are sitting to chant these shlokas, this process is prescribed so that the divinity purifies our entire body. So before doing this process, we will have to do this process to purify ourselves. This procedure is called Nyaas. This entire process of purifying is called as Nyaas. Now, in this entire session today, we'll cover the lot of shlokas. It is a very lengthy syllabus to cover in this session. We will not be going very deep into the shlokas, but we'll understand the basic context of the shlokas, basic essence of all the shlokas we'll try to grasp. The first process that starts is with the Karanya. So begin with that. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Atha Karanyasaha. Now, before the Karanyas, every shlok, every part that we do has a Devata, has a Kilak. We have seen, most of you must have read the Ram Raksha Stotra also. People are used to these terminologies. Rishi, Anushtup Chanda. So what are these for the Bhagavad Gita? First, we have to see that. The first sentence. Om Asya Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Mala Mantrasya Bhagavan Veda Vyasa Rishihi Anushtup Chandah Shri Krishna Paramatma Devata Ashochadanvashochastvam Pradnya Padanscha Bhashase Iti Bijam Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja Iti Shaktihi Ahantva Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Ma Shucha Iti Kilakam. These first important terms, let us have a look at them. The first sentence. Om Asya Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Mala Mantrasya Bhagavan Veda Vyasa Rishihi. One very beautiful adjective is used here for Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. And what is that adjective? Geeta Mala Mantra. This entire Bhagavad Gita is considered as a mala, as a garland of what? Mantras. How is a garland? In garland, each of the flower is an independently beautiful flower. If you see a garland of roses, it is an independent, beautiful flower. And each of the flower is beautiful, has its own significance, and it is tied together in a thread. Similarly, this Bhagavad Gita is also a garland of mantras. Mantra, what is the definition of mantra? Mananat trayate iti mantra. This is the definition of mantra given by our scriptures. So what does it mean? Mananat trayate, by contemplation of which a person is able to sail through. Trayate means is sailing through this sansars, through this world, through this materialistic world, is called as mantra. So by the chanting of this particular, each of these shlokas, because these shlokas have come out of the speech, divine speech of Shri Krishna Paramatma himself, each has the significance of being a mantra. It is not just a normal shlok. It is, each of them is a mantra in itself. And Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā is a garland of these mantras. And further, what it is said, Maharshi Veda Vyas is the Rishi of this mantramala. Rishi, what is the meaning of Rishi? Rishi is somebody who has attained the knowledge of the Parampita Paramatma. This person who has attained this is known as a Rishi. And Maharshi Veda Vyas was supreme amongst all the Rishis of his time. He was one of the most knowledgeable ones. He has compiled all the Vedas in a written form. We all know the greatness of Maharshi Veda Vyas. Recently, we all have celebrated Guru Purnima, isn't it? Guru Purnima is celebrated in honor of Maharshi Veda Vyas. And he is the one who has compiled the entire knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. The entire knowledge of this divine speech given by Shri Krishna has been compiled by Maharshi Veda Vyas. Hence, he is the Rishi of this entire Bhagavad Gita. Then comes the Chanda. Chanda is the way in which we are singing. The meter of this shloka is Anushtup Chanda. We all know what is Anushtup Chanda. All our level 4 students. In one line consists of 16 characters. Each quartet consists of 8 characters. That is the Anushtup Chanda. We all know that. The Primarily, now there are some shlokas in Trishtup Chanda, some people might argue, but majority of the shlokas are in which chanda? They are in the Anushtup Chanda. Hence, that is why primarily the chanda of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā is considered as what? Anushtup Chanda. Then Shri Krishna Paramatma Devata. Each shloka, each part is dedicated, devoted to some god, some supreme divine god, and in this case, Bhagavad Gita, it is Shri Krishna. When we say the word Devata, the root word here is Div. Div means enlightening. So here, Paramatma Devata, the enlightening force, the enlightening deity behind this entire Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā is who? Parampita, Paramatma, Shri Krishna. So this enlightening guiding force is Shri Krishna. Now, what is the background of Bhagavad Gita? We all know. Shri Krishna had a very distressed Arjun sitting in front of him. There is a distressed Arjun sitting in front of him. He is what? He is stuck by grief. And in order to free Arjun from this grief and this delusion, this entire discourse of Bhagavad Gita has been said by Shri Krishna. So this freedom, trying to get his freedom from the grief or delusion is what? Is the beej, is the seed of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. Ashochanan-vashochastvam pradyavadanscha bhashase iti bijam. According to Puja Shankaracharya, he says Bhagavad Gita has actually, it is starting from this particular shloka. From the 11th shloka of the second chapter, the Bhagavad Gita starts. What he says is this Ashochanan 11th shloka. But in order to understand the Bhagavad Gita correctly, appropriately, it is appropriate, it is best understood if we know the entire background of Bhagavad Gita. Hence, don't take a rule out of it that okay, we can start it from the second chapter. No, the first chapter is important in its own way from the perspective of understanding Bhagavad Gita. Without understanding the background of Bhagavad Gita, without we putting ourselves in the shoes of Arjun, it is not possible to get the essence of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. Hence, what is important, the first chapter also, but the real discourse is starting from this 11th shloka, and this forms the seed of the entire discourse of Bhagavad Gita. What is Shri Krishna telling here? You are talking like a expert. Pratyavadanscha bhashase. And what are you lamenting about? Ashochanan-vashochastvam pratyavadanscha bhashase. You are lamenting, Arjun, or you are lamenting about something which does not deserve to be lamented about. You cannot lament about something which is perishable, which by itself is not worth lamenting because it is perishable. It is going to be destroyed at some point or the other. And while you are lamenting, you are talking like an expert. This is an issue with most of the human beings. No, they speak out of ignorance and yet believe that they are displaying the highest level of wisdom. Happens with many people. Similarly, here also Arjun was talking about things as if he is a wise person, but was actually lamenting about something that should not be done. This shlok forms the seed of Bhagavad Gita. For a seed to grow into a tree, it needs to be watered, it needs to be nurtured with fertilizers. Here, the seed of Bhagavad Gita, if it is watered with devotion and if it is nurtured with the appropriate thoughts backed with knowledge and wisdom, they will give rise to an energy. With this energy will help a human being attain the Parabrahma Paramatma. It will help them attain the Brahma form. And what is this Shakti? What is this energy? Sarvadharman parityajya bhamekam sharanam raja iti Shakti. The energy, the guiding principle, the energy behind this entire Bhagavad Gita is taking refuge into Shri Krishna. Now here, how to take the refuge in Shri Krishna? Sarva dharman parityajya. Very tricky. Do not misunderstand this as abandoning or discarding the actions. What it means here is leaving the worry about dharma, adharma. Once we are at that, we are united with that abode of Shri Krishna. Once we are united with Shri Krishna, there is no concept, there is no fear of dharma and adharma. There is no fear of being, what you are getting in return. When will that come? By leaving the attachment that we have towards our actions and getting detached from the fruits of our actions. Now I'm studying Bhagavad Gita, I should get a lot of wealth. No, there should not be any desire, any attachment to the action, nor to the fruits of that action. Everything is what? Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna is the supreme force. He is the divine abode of everything. And he establishes this entire foundation for Bhagavad Gita. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shucha iti kilakam. Kilakam literally means a key. The key to attain liberation from this world lies in what? In taking refuge in Shri Krishna. Unless a person has a single-minded dedication towards Shri Krishna, towards the Parampita Paramatma, it is impossible to attain this liberation. See, we all know now, we all have learnt all the 18 chapters. We have gone through all the Vivechan sessions, and we know that this Jeev, this small ansh of Paramatma which is within us, is entangled in what? In this elusive world. We are living in a illusion, and to steer through this illusion, only if we have the faith in Shri Krishna, we will be able to steer through. What will happen? Shri Krishna will help us steer through this Prakriti and liberate by uniting that Jeev with the Paramatma himself. Now, further, after giving this assurance that I will be the one who will liberate you from this world, Shri Krishna is giving what? This assurance, and this assurance is the key to attain the liberation and this is the key to Bhagavad Gita. So when we should understand, if we want Bhagavad Gita to come in our lives, what is the key? What is the chavi? We all should understand this assurance from Shri Krishna, this faith we should have. Shri Krishna is ready to liberate us, and if we sit in any kind of doubt, then there is no liberation. So utilize that key appropriately. And after this, in the process of Nyaas, further comes this certain gestures which will purify the different parts of our body. Now, people will wonder, how is this happening? We all know this process of Manas Puja. Sometimes, when we are not in a position to take a bath and do the puja, it's in case of sickness, if somebody is bedridden, what will they do? They'll close their eyes. Imagine that they are doing abhishek of their deity, lighting a lamp, all these things. This is a process of Manas Puja, and our scriptures give a lot of importance to this purification by the help of thoughts. And this is exactly what is going to happen. See, you clean your body externally, properly cleanse the body completely, and for the internal cleaning and an extensive cleaning, we are going to take help of the mantras. We have discussed Geeta ji is a mantra. So how it is done? By establishing different gods in various parts of our body. We start with the Hasta Prakshalanam, by washing the hands. If we have to do anything, what we'll do, first thing we have to clean. Now, if somebody is cooking, what they'll do, first to wash your hands. Eating, first to wash your hands. First step of cleansing is washing the hands. First step of cleansing through Nyaas is purifying the 10 fingers of our hands to make them pious. So we are starting with Kara Nyaas here. Kara means your hands. Nyaas means establishing. Nyaas means establishing all the gods here. Before we begin with the Karanyas, let us, because this is English session, most of the Hindi siders, Hindi speaking people who well versed in Sanskrit are already aware of the names of all the fingers. For some people, it becomes difficult. So before we jump into the Nyaas, let us just quickly see the names of all the 5 fingers. The thumb is the Angushta. The index finger is the Tarjani. Remember, this third finger, middle finger, is called as the Madhyama. Madhyam means middle, in between the 2 fingers on this side, 2 fingers on the other side. The middle finger is called as the Madhyama. The ring finger is called as the Anamika. Why? There is a very beautiful shloka as to why it is called Anamika. We'll discuss that if the time permits. And the smallest one is Kanishtika. Kanishtika is the law. Kanishta in Sanskrit means the smallest. It is Kanishtika. So just revision: Angushta, Tarjani, Madhyama, then Anamika, and the last one, smallest one, is Kanishtika. By using various mantras, what we are going to do? We are going to purify each one of the fingers. And by describing the shlokas that are used while cleansing these fingers are the shlokas which elaborate the greatness of Atma, the soul, the ones which describe the greatness of our Atma. While we are doing these procedures, while these gestures are being done, we should have very beautiful, pure thoughts in the mind. I am a pure person. I am pure. I am healthy, and I am dedicated, devoted to Sri Krishna. The thoughts that we have while doing this entire gestures, while doing this process, they should be drenched with love for Sri Krishna. And drenching yourselves, drenching your thoughts with love for Sri Krishna, we'll begin this process of Karanyas. First, the Angushta. Nainandahati Nainanchandanti shastrani Nainandahati pavaka Ityangushtabhyan namaha. While saying this mantra, Nainanchandanti shastrani, what we are doing? Touching the finger, the thumb from bottom up. Nainanchandanti shastrani Nainandahati pavaka Ityangushtabhyan namaha. Then the Tarjani. Nachainam kledayantyapo nashoshayati maruta iti tarjanibhyan namaha. What I am doing? Purifying this index finger by saying this shloka. Nachainam kledayantyapo. See, the meanings of these mantras are very easy. We have discussed them elaborately in the previous chapter. How is the Atma? It cannot be destroyed by fire. It cannot be burned by it cannot be destroyed by fire. It cannot be drenched. It cannot be wetted in water. These basic meanings you all are already aware of. Then the third one, Madhyama. Achidyo yamadahyo yamakledyo shoshaivacha iti madhyamabhyan namaha. The middle finger from down to up, again describing the greatness of Atma as to how indestructible it is. We will move our finger from the thumb till the top. Then Nitya Sarvagatasthanu Rachaloyam Sanatana Ityanamikabhyan namaha. Anamika. How I am purifying my Anamika? By remembering how our Atma is Sanatan. It is not going to get moved by anything. It is going to be, it is imperishable. It is constant. Then Pashyame partharupani shatashodha sahasrasha iti kanishtikabhyan namaha. Then Nana Vidhani, after doing this for the last finger, Nana Vidhani divyani Nana varna kriti nicha iti karatala karaprishtabhyan namaha. Karatala, tala is the hands, prishta, back. So we will be purifying the hands. Once your hands are purified, once your fingers are purified, iti karanyasaha, the karanyas gets over. After this, the hridayadinyas is done. By this, our heart and the other critical organs are purified using the mantras. By saying each mantra, while saying each mantra, when each gesture is done, again, your thoughts should be drenched in the love for Shri Krishna, and we should have that feeling that I am pure. I am a pure soul, and that purity we have to bring in our thoughts and do the karanyas, either hridayadinyas also. How is it done? Nainain chandanti shastrani nainan dahati pavaka iti hridayaya namaha. Hridaya, both, all the 5 fingers we keep on our heart and we'll say iti hridayaya namaha. Then shirase, our head. Nachainam kledayantyapo nishoshayati maruta iti shirase swaha. This we touch the forehead. Then akchedyo yamadahyo yam akledyo shoshyevacha iti shikhayai vashat. Shikha is the place where the Brahmins have this small, they'll maintain that shikha. It is the backside, just behind the forehead, where the Brahmins will put a shikha. There a lot of importance has been attached to this part of our head also. So shikhayai vashat. And then Nitya sarvagatasthanu rachaloyam sanatana iti kavachayahum. Now that we have learned so many shlokas and we understand that our body basically is what, not the body in itself, it is a kavach. Kavach means a guarding, a guarding attire for whom? For our jivatma, for the soul. It is guarding our soul. That is why our body is acting like what? A kavach. And by saying this mantra, we are purifying the entire body, which is referred here as kavach. Nitya sarvagatasthanu rachaloyam sanatana iti kavachayahum. Then comes the purification of the eyes. And now, when we talk about eyes, it is not just the physical eyes which help us see. In this, we also have the third eye, which is referred to in our Shastras as a Jnana Chakshu. Jnana Chakshu means the eye of wisdom. So, Pashyame Partha Rupani Shathashotha Sahasrasha iti Netratrayaya Vaushat. 3 eyes. Okay, netra, both the fingers, these 2 fingers on the 2 eyes and one on the Ajna Chakra, the Jnana Chakshu, the third eye. And we are assuming that this shloka will purify our all 3 eyes. What we see is being purified, the eyes through which we see is purified, and our Jnana Chakshu, our eye of wisdom, is also getting purified. Nana vedhani divyani nana varna kriti nicha iti astraya phat. For this, what is done? We'll rotate our right hand through this, chutki, like this will make a sound, and we'll rotate through the head from the right till the left. The circle goes, and with the first 2 fingers, it is a clapping sound is made here. Astraya phat. And then the most important here, Shri Krishna Prityarthe Pathe Viniyogaha. Now, what does this word Viniyoga means? Viniyoga, it indicates spiritual application of this entire gesture. So whatever we have done so far, whatever we are going to do, it is for whom? What should be the main objective of this process is done for what? The Parayan, for while reading the 18 chapters. What should be the main objective of reciting these chapters is, it should be to appease Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Prityarthe. It is as a devotion towards Shri Krishna it should be done. It should not be for getting good marks in exams or for getting anything else. The best intent, it is very justified. Think of it from this perspective. What is the application of reading? Why should we, why should this entire thing be done? If somebody is doing it, I am not saying it should not be done. That can be done also for, materialistic desire. But keeping the worldly desires as an objective of this path, sorry, the liberation from this world is never going to happen. How this is a weird, scenario where this entire Shri Krishna, the discourse is for what? Attaining liberation from this materialistic world. And if we keep the desire of getting this materialistic objectives from this entire path and chanting this, it is not very justified, isn't it? So this chanting of entire 700 shlokas, this in Jnaneshwar Maharaj gives a very beautiful upama for this entire 700 shlokas. He calls it a Saptashati, 700 shlokas, isn't it? So we have seen Durga Saptashati and other things. So he's calling this as a Saptashati. This entire Saptashati is for what? Durga Saptashati, what Durga Devi had done, she is there. The Mahishasur was the Rakshas. Here, what is the Rakshas? Jnaneshwar Maharaj says, Moharupa Rakshas. The delusion that we have around us is the demon. And this Saptashati part we are doing, the Saptashati chanting we are doing to free ourselves from this demon of what? Delusion, the demon of illusion around us. And so what should be the entire intent? The intent should be, and we can come out of this delusion only by taking the refuge of Shri Krishna. So Shri Krishna Prityarthe Pathe Viniyoga. You have to do this part for Shri Krishna. And then the prayer that I always say before the Vivechan, even Kakiji also say this prayer. It's a very common prayer. It is sung in the praise of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gathitam Purana Mudina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshini Bhagavati Mashtadashadhyayini Mambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad-Gīte Bhavatveshini. Such a beautiful prarthana. It is chanted in praise of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, and it beautifully describes Bhagavad Gita in a very loving way as our own mother. Amba, here the word, see in the third line, it is saying Bhagavati Mashtadashadhyayinim. There is a Swara Sandhi there, the Adhyayinim Amba. The word here that is used for Bhagavad Gita is Amba. Amba in Sanskrit means mother. How is our Bhagavad Gita mother? She has appeared from the divine speech of whom? Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam, from the divine speech of Bhagwan Narayan itself. And for whom? Parthaya Pratibodhitam. It is to enlighten. Enlighten whom? Partha, that is Arjun. So to enlighten Partha, to preach Partha, to preach Arjun. This has appeared from the divine speech of Sri Vishnu himself. And it is compiled by whom? By Maharshi Vedavyas. And who is a Muni, Rishimuni of the ancient times. And he has compiled this entire, where it is compiled? Right, in the middle of Mahabharata, Madhye Mahabharatam. It is, we all know, in the Bhishma Parv, it is at the center of Mahabharata. So in the center, he has compiled this entire Bhagavad Gita. And how it is further describing the greatness of Bhagavad Gita, here it is mentioned that Advaita Amrita Varshini. Advaita Amrita Varshini means it is showering what? The pious nectar, the imperishable nectar, Amrit, of what? Advaita. What is Advaita? Advaita means there is no duality between us and God. There is a Jivatma in all of us, it is a part of God himself. So there is no duality. We are all Ansha, we all are a part of God himself. And this entire lesson she is teaching in her what? In her 18 chapters, Ashtadashadhyayini. She is teaching us what? Detachment from this world. She is teaching us Bhavadveshinim, Bhavadveshinim. She is teaching us detachment from this world. And because she's teaching us this detachment, showering us with the principle of Advaita. So what am I doing? Tvam anusandadhami. I am contemplating your teachings. I am following you. I am seeking blessings from you. This is the beautiful prayer that we offer to whom? To Bhagavati Bhagavad Gita. Further, after offering the prayers to Bhagavad Gita, the next shloka is dedicated to whom? Maharshi Vedavyas. Namostu te vyasa vishal buddhe pullaravindayata patra netra yena tvaya bharata taila purna prajvalito jnanamaya pradeepaha. Such a beautiful shloka in praise of Shri Maharshi Vedavyas. Namaha astute means I bow down to whom? I seek blessings of whom? Vyasa, who is who. And a very beautiful adjective is used for him, Vishala Buddhe, one whose intellect is great. It is mighty, the one with mighty great intellect, mighty great wisdom. And further describing Vedavyas, adjective that is used is Pullara Vinda Yatapatra Netra. How are his eyes? His eyes are like a blossoming lotus. Now this is a literal translation, whose eyes are like a lotus which is blooming, which is completely bloomed. But here we have to understand the real essence of what is being said. Here by the eyes, it doesn't mean the eyes, the physical eyes which help us to see this materialistic world. No, here it means that Jnana Chakshu again. The eyes with which he is able to see the Parampita Paramatma, the eyes through which he is getting all the knowledge, through which he is imparting all the knowledge. That kind of eyes. And how is it? How are these eyes of his wisdom? They are like lotus. What is the important quality of lotus? It is taking birth in mud, in sludge, and it remains. No matter what happens, its beauty is not affected by the presence of the mud around it. Similarly, this Maharshi Vedavyas, who is Vishala Buddhe, who is having great intellect, how are his Jnana Chakshu, how are his eyes? They are unaffected. His drishti is unaffected by what? The mud slush in this materialistic world. And Yena tvaya bharata taila purna prajvalito jnanamaya pradeepa. What he has done, he has enlightened a lamp. Which is that lamp? Jnanamaya pradeepa. Jnanamaya means enlightening, a lamp which is what? It is a lamp of knowledge. It is full of knowledge. It is a lamp which is showing each one of us a path of knowledge. So that is the lamp that he has enlightened. And how he is, for lighting a lamp, what do we need? We need a wick and, most important, oil. And what is the oil here? Bharata Taila. Bharata here is referring to Mahabharata. Mahabharata is full of beautiful stories which lead us to what? They give us the lessons of life, the lessons of different types of knowledge. They're very beautiful, important lessons we learn from this Mahabharata. This is the oil on which what is lighting? The knowledge, the lamp of knowledge is being lit by whom? Yena tvaya. Yena, by whom? Vyasena. By Maharshi Vedavyas, this lamp has been lighted using the oil of what? Mahabharata. Such a beautiful picture has been created by the writer of these shlokas. And So the first shloka was in praise of what? The Parthaya Pratipoditaya, in praise of Bhagavad Gita. Next was in the praise of Maharshi Vedvyas. And the next one in praise of what? Our favorite, our deity, our God, Shri Krishna. Prapanna parijataya totra vetrai kapane Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Geetamritaduhe Namaha. Very beautiful. Prapanna parijataya. Prapanna, the word prapanna means taking refuge into, taking shelter of. What, whose shelter we are taking? Taking the shelter of Sri Krishna. And how it is here, there is a metaphor used about parijat tree. The parijat tree, if anybody has seen, it is a beautiful tree which has very delicate flowers. The moment these flowers bloom, the very delicately it showers these flowers to the devotees. Beautiful tree it is. The tender flowers. What is Shri Krishna doing here? He is also showering these flowers. How is he described here? Totra Vetraika Paniye. He is having two things in his hands. One is the totra. Totra means the lagam in Hindi. That is the reins by which he is controlling. And another one is what? The Vetra means the whip. Okay, so we have seen Shri Krishna with one hand he has the reins of the horses and another he has the whip. So he is what? Controlling and also commanding that, steering this entire world. The one who has a whip and the reins in his hands. Such a person. And also what? Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Geetamrita Duhe Namaha. The Krishna who is giving us this Geetamrit is how he is sitting in a Jnana Mudra. Now this mudras are a very tough topic in itself, and I am not at all qualified to talk about it, but one very small thing I can tell you about this is the Jnana Mudra. Here, the three fingers depict the materialistic world. This index finger, the Tarjani, is depicting our Jivatma, and this is the thumb is depicting our Atma. The Jnana Mudra, how it is? It is connecting the Jivatma to Atma and separating the Jivatma from the materialistic world. This is how the mudra of Shri Krishna is. So by taking refuge in Shri Krishna, we will get this. So this mudra is considered best for dhyan because of this. It is connecting the Jivatma to the Atma, connecting the subtle presence of God within us with the ultimate God, Parampita Paramatma, and separating us from what? The worldly desires. Further, there is another beautiful shlok which we sing every day in praise of Shri Krishna. Vasudeva Sutan Devam Kamsachanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. I bow down to whom? To the master of this universe, Jagadgurum. Who is that? Krishna. I'm bowing down. I'm offering my namaskar to whom? The word who is the master of this entire universe, to Shri Krishna. And how is he? He is Vasudeva Sutan. He is the son of Vasudeva and Devaki Paramanandan. He is what? He is the reason for joy. Who is the cause of joy for a mother? The biggest joy for the mother is the child. Okay, he is the cause of the eternal happiness for whom Devaki Mata. So this is the Shri Krishna, and he is what? Kamsa Chanura Mardanam. So there are two, the one who has killed Kamsa and Chanur, who is the slayer of these evildoers. So there are two sides of the Shri Krishna which are depicted in these shlokas. We have to read in between the lines. So the two sides of Shri Krishna one should see. One is the Kutumba Vatsal, means the one who has strong affinity for his family. Kutumba Vatsal means the favorite of Vasudeva, the favorite of Devaki. A softer side we see in this, and also the one who is a Kalosmi. He is given the Vibhuti for himself also. He is the Kal for whom? The evil doers. So I offer my prayers to Lord Krishna, who is the beloved son of Vasudev, who is the beloved son, who is the source of joy for Devaki, but who is also the slayer for what? Demons like Kamsa and Chanur. And in true sense, he is what? He is the master of the entire universe. He is the spiritual master of the entire universe. And he is our teacher, the ultimate teacher for all of us. After this, the next shloka is about Mahabharata. This is a very interesting one. Here, a small imaginative description has come. A small picture has been painted. Let us see what it is. Bhishmadrona tata jayadratha jala gandhara nilotpala Shalyagrahavati krupena vahani karnena velakula Ashvathama vikarna ghora makara duryodhana vartini Sotirna khalu pandavairana nadi kaivartaka keshavaha. How is this Mahabharata? Here Shri Krishna, this entire Grantha of Mahabharata created, written down by Vedavyas Muni, has been painted in a beautiful picture form, like pictorial form. What is it? There is a Rana Nadi. Rana Nadi means a river, which is a battlefield. The battlefield is a river. And what are the two banks of the river? Bhishma, Pitama Bhishma is one bank, and another bank is Dronacharya. These, in between the banks of these two, what is flowing? A river, Rana Nadi, is flowing. And how is the water? The water is like, the water flowing between these two banks is like the kings like Jayadratha. The water is like the different kings like Jaladratha. That is the water flowing. So it is a dangerous river basically. Okay, where the water is like the kings like Jayadratha, Gandhara, the sweet appearing. They look sweet, but are very poisonous. Nilotpala, the blue, the Neel Kamal, the blue lotuses, Arun Gandhara, Shakuni. And who are the there are different Shalya, Ashwathama, Vikarna. These all are Ghora Makara. Ghora Makara means what? Dangerous crocodiles in this river. This is a battlefield river, and the crocodiles in this river are people like Shalya, Ashwathama, Vikarna, and all these are. And there is a cyclone kind of thing. The waves, the dangerous waves are who? Are Duryodhana, Vartini. These are the different waves. Are the big waves are Duryodhan Rupi. And Karnena Velakula, Krupena Vahani, one I forgot in between, Krupena Vahani, Karnena Velakula. They are all flowing in the flow of what? Kripacharya. They are flowing in the flow of Kripacharya. And how? Karna, people like Karna, who are what? Karna is depicting what? Somebody who is very materialistic. For fulfilling his materialistic desire, he could go to any extent. So he has willingly decided to be on the wrong side for getting his materialistic desires fulfilled. This is a statement many people, modern people, probably don't agree, but somebody who has read the entire Mahabharata, the original Mahabharata by Maharshi Vedavyas, will understand this character of Karna, so much so that the evil things done to Draupadi was basically an idea from Karna. So for fulfilling his materialistic desire, people like Karna are also present in this river. But Sotirna khalu pandavairana nadi kaivartaka keshavaha. What has happened with the Pandavas? Sotirna khalu. They have been successful in crossing this Rana Nadi, successful in crossing this river. Why? Because their sailor Kaivartaka is who? Keshava. Shri Krishna is the sailor. Shri Krishna is carrying them, help is with them by their side, so they are smoothly sailing through this dangerous river. This is to understand Mahabharata in short pictorial form. Parasharya vachas sarojamamalam Geetarthagandhotkatam Nanakhyanakakesaram Harikatha Sambodhana Bodhitam Loke Sajjana Shatpadairaharaha Pepiyamanam Muda Bhuyat Bharata Pankajam Kalimala Pradvamsi Nashreyasi. In continuation to what we are getting from Mahabharata and what we have to get from Bhagavad Gita, here it is mentioned Parasharya Vachas Saroja Mamalang. How it is, the Parasharya here is referring to Maharshi Vedavyas. Maharshi Vedavyas, we all know, is son of Parashar Muni, and son of Vasudev is Vasudev, son of Muni Parashar is Parasharya. He is son of Parashar Muni and Satyavati. And he is like what? Saroja Mamalam. He is a pious lotus. And he has given us this entire Bhagavad Gita. The fragrance of Gita, it is like a lotus who has given us what? Geetartha Gandhotkatam, the fragrance of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā has been imparted to us. And in this lotus, which is created by Maharshi Vedavyas, this pious lotus has the fragrance of Bhagavad Gita. Now, this fragrance of Bhagavad Gita, who is attracted to the fragrance of flowers? Honeybees, Brahmar, they are attracted. They have how many legs? 6 legs. So, Shat Padair. The Shat Padair is the adjective used for these bees which are attracted to the fragrance of the flowers. Who are these Shat Padair here? It is people like us. Sajjana people. Loke Sajjana Shat Padair Aharaha. When there is a beautiful flower which has very nice fragrance, who will be attracted to that fragrance? Bees will be attracted to the fragrance. They have 6 legs. So, this lotus flower which has been created by Maharshi Vedavyas, that has a fragrance of Bhagavad Gita. And which Brahmar, which bees are attracted? Sajjan people. The good people are attracted to the fragrance, just like how a bee is attracted to the fragrance of beautiful flowers. Like that, we are attracted to this Bhagavad Gita. See, it is a matter of luck. In lakhs, crores, millions of people, so few are attracted to Bhagavad Gita. We are the good, the better part, we can say, is consider ourselves as lucky to be connected with Bhagavad Gita. So only the good people are what? Attracted to this fragrance. Pepiyamanam muda. How they are attracted to this, to get the this in different forms. Now, Nana, here I forgot one thing. Nana Khyanaka Kesaram Harikatha Sambodhana Bodhitham. How is this lotus? It is having different stories of Harikatha, different stories of gods, different stories. There are so many stories in Mahabharata itself. These are like the pollen grains, and who are attracted? The here they are different good people are attracted to this. And Bhuyat Bharata Pankajam Kalimala Pradvamsi Nashreyase. What is this going to have? What is this lotus doing for us? It is a Mahabharat Pankaj. Pankaj, this word is very important. Pankaj is the word for lotus, we all know. Why this word Pankaj? Panka means mud. Ja is originating. Atmaja, originating from me, is my son, is Atmaja. Pankaja is the one which is originating in mud. But the speciality of this, again, lotus is what? It is not affected by the sludge around it. Similarly, and it is still looking beautiful. This lotus is going to do what for us? Kalimala Pradvamsi Nashreyase. It is going to wash off, destroy, clean up The dirt of what? Kali. Kali Yuga. We all know we are in Kali Yuga. What are the unwanted elements of Kali Yuga? What are the dirt, you can say, scum, sludge of Kali Yuga? Grief, fear, greed. All these are the different dirts of Kali Yuga, which are sitting, or which are trying to fill our mind with filth. And this Bhagavad Gita, the fragrance of Bhagavad Gita, is going to help us what? It is going to help us to wash off this dirt of Kali, and it is going to take us to what is good for us, Shreyas, what is good for us, what is the ultimate abode that we have to seek. It is going to be helping us in this Kali Yuga. See, many people, Sri Krishna was aware that when this Kali Yuga is going to come, people are not going to have any time. And so he has given us this blessing of Bhagavad Gita to help us sail through this Kali Yuga. And by studying all this, what are we going to get? What is the greatness? The greatness of the Parampita Paramatma is explained in the next shloka. Mukam karoti vachalam pangulanghayati girim yat kripatamaham vande paramananda madhavam. What is going to happen if we are blessed by God? What cannot happen is the question we should ask. What can happen? Mukam karoti vachalam. Now, a person who cannot speak can actually try to speak. Now, this I consider in my condition also somebody as moodamati, as incapable, foolish like me, can sit and talk about Bhagavad Gita. This is the great blessing of Sri Krishna himself. Because of his blessings, I am able to talk here. Our trainers are able to teach something as great as Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because of the kripa of Sri Krishna himself. Mukam karoti. And not only the ones who can talk are talking about this. Somebody who cannot talk will also get speech. That is the greatness of Padhav. Pangun langayate girim means somebody who is handicapped, cannot walk, can also cross mountains by the grace of Paramananda Madhavam. Only the one, if there is a blessing of Paramananda Madhavam, this can also happen. And after that, we move on to the Atha Geeta Mahatmyam. Geeta Shastramidam Punyai Yaf Pathet Prayatah Puman Vishnu Padamavapnoti Bhayashokadi Varjitah. Geeta Shastra, the one who reads Bhagavad Gita, how Pathet Prayatah Puman, diligently, with full focus, with full concentration, the one who reads these shlokas is going to attain what? Vishnu Pad. How is the Vishnu Pad? Vishnu Pad means the union with God is going to happen for that person. He is going to avapnoti means he is going to get the Vishnu Pad. How is the Vishnu Pad? It is free from what? Fear and grief, bhaya, shoka. And all these other things that we were talking about. These are what? The deformities that are present in the Kali Yuga. Now, we all are always gripped with this fear and grief and all other things. Fear of what? What will happen next? Oh my God, fear. I experienced some time back when my network was not working. Fear of, oh, what will happen today? Every small things. What if income tax people raid? Will I get a job or not? Grief of what? Oh, I'm becoming so old now. Any kind of grief. Grief can so many things. Some things which are gone, which might go. So there are so many worries that are always around us. But a person who is studying this entire Gita Shastra with full diligence, with full dedication, will attain what? This Vishnu Path, which is free from all these worries. Geetathayana Sheelasya Pranayama Parasya Cha Naiva Santihi Papani Purva Janma Kritani Cha. the one who is deeply involved in what Geeta Dhyayana means, studying Bhagavad Gita. See, our ultimate aim should be what? To learn Bhagavad Gita, to by heart the shlokas of Bhagavad Gita and bring it in our lives. Gita padhe, padhaye और जीवन में लाएं. So this is this three sutri that has been given to us by Swamiji. If we have to walk on this path, the study of Gita should be a very conscious process and a continuous process. By doing this, what will happen? The person who is completely involved in this Gita Adhyayana, Gita Adhyayana Sheela means Adhyayan Sheel means one who is habituated to studying. This we have to understand. It's not just once I have read the all 18 chapters, 700 shlokas. Now for 2 years I don't need to read 700 shlokas completed in 1 year. They will last me for many more years. No, it is somebody who is used to, in a habit of doing this Gita Adhyayana and pranayama parasya cha, the yoga and pranayam. A person who is habituated to this, for him what will happen? Naiva santihi papani. For that person there will be no sins. These sins will be cleared. And sins not only of this birth, but also the sins of previous birth, since whatever wrong deeds we are doing. See, once we have this habit of studying Bhagavad Gita, we get into this act of introspection. What happens when you have simple shlokas like what is a is a 17th chapter. I love it for the amount of practicality it has in that chapter. Once we have studied these beautiful shlokas and we know that what is correct way of talking, what is the correct way of giving things when we are giving it to the maids, and diyate nupakarine, when we are giving it in the essence, correct essence. So whatever act of donation we are doing, we become watchful. Because of the studies of Bhagavad Gita, we become watchful of our attitude towards different things. We become watchful towards our actions. We become watchful of what we are eating, and what we are eating, what we eat is what we become. That is the effect that study of Bhagavad Gita has on us. And when all this is happening, what is going to happen? Automatically our sins are going to get cleared, because we will be engaged in what? Good deeds. We will be engaged in correct things. We'll be dedicated, devoting our life in good actions. People who join us as Gita Sadhaks in level 1. By the time they reach level 4, most of them end up joining us as volunteers. Why? Because they want to, we all want to, why just we all want to what? Do good actions. We all get attracted to these good deeds of spreading the message of Bhagavad Gita, doing different kinds of charity. See, doing seva in Gita Parivar is also a very big dan. Vidya dan, Shram dan. People are also taking offline classes. Everybody starts investing in good deeds, and that clears what? The sins. That will clear our papa, naiva santihi papani, and not only of this birth, but of the previous births also. And malanirmochanam pumsain jalasnanandine dine sakrit geetam vasisnanam samsara malanashanam. What is important? We all do take a bath daily. Why we need to take a bath daily? Take it on Monday, forget it for the next week. Can we afford to do it? No, because new dirt is coming on the body every day, isn't it? So this body needs to be cleaned every day. New dirt is sitting on the body every day. It needs to be cleaned. Similarly, by the time that we are spending in this materialistic world, new dirt is sitting on our minds also. Our mind is also getting affected with the elements around us. It is getting polluted. It also needs the cleansing. So just like how the dirt accumulates on the body, it also accumulates on the mind. Sorry. So This is samsara malanashanam. That dirt that is accumulating on the mind is the adjective that is used for it is samsara malanashanam. This dirt is arising from what? Our interaction with this materialistic world. And just like how we take a bath every day, we should take a bath in Bhagavad Gita shlokas to clear this dirt of the materialistic world. So Sakrit Geetam Snanam Samsara Malanashanam, to clear our mind of what? Of this worldly dirt that is arising out of the worldly interactions. We have to take bath in what? Gita shlokas. Now, again, here I'll reiterate this. When we are taking bath in the Gita shlokas, today I read all 17 chapters, 18 chapters nicely, and it cannot last for a long time every day. For instance, if there is some patient, a diabetic patient, and he decides, okay, now I've got a medicine, I'll take it for 2 days and it will take care of my health for the entire life. Will that happen? No, the medicine, if it is a diabetic medicine, or let us talk about the healthy food items, if we eat for 1 day and then an entire year, if we keep eating junk food, is it going to help? No, it has the habit of daily, habit of good food, healthy eating habits has to be a daily business. Every day this has to be followed. Every day the people who are diabetic has to be, take the medicine forever. This is a daily thing. It cannot be once in a while. So Sakrit Geetam Basis Snanam Samsara Malanashanam. This has to be every day. Snanam Dine Dine. Now, our Sant Eknath Maharaj has also given a very beautiful line for this. Roz ek tari ovi anubhavavi. Because you all are level 4 students who have completed level 4, I am very tempted to say this, tempted to bring this up, bring this point, is at least one line you should not just chant or say or just read the meanings, experience it. Experience the shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. When we are saying different shlokas, not only reading their meanings is not just going to help. Experience them. By what? In our actions, where we can observe the surroundings and experience each of those lines. And that is what we have to do this by the meaning of this shloka. Further, Geeta Sugita Kartavya Kimanya Shastra Vistaraihi Ya Swayam Padmanabhasya Mukha Padmadvinisrita. How is this Bhagavad Gita? It has come from whom? Vishnu. Why? From Padmanabha. Padmanabha, the word here, it indicates, we all know, from the navel, from the Nabhi, the navel of Sri Vishnu, the lotus has come out of which, from which Brahmaji. This shloka, this stories in Purana, we already know. From the one from whose navel the lotus is coming, that is Padmanabha, Sri Vishnu. And this Bhagavad Gita has come out of the mouth of what? Sri Vishnu himself. And it is so beautiful. It is so encompassing. There is nothing that is missing in Bhagavad Gita. Every problem solution you will find in Bhagavad Gita. It is so great scripture. It is here, the word that is used is Shastra. And not just a simple, text. It is a Shastra. What is Shastra? Shastra is something which helps us live our life efficiently. Shastra is something which is going to teach us. When we say Vijnana Shastra, and there are so many different types of Shastra. When the word Shastra comes, means it is what? It is a guiding principle. It is something which is going to help you dwell through the life. It is going to help you steer through this life. So this is a Shastra. And Shastra Vistarahi, can there be any more comprehensive science? Can there be anything more comprehensive than Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā itself? Because it has come from whom? Padmanabha himself. See, Sri Vishnu, he knew that Kali Yuga is coming and we are not going to have time to study all the 4 Vedas, all the Upanishads, all the Brahma Sutras. So for us, this small book, It's if you've seen, Geeta Press has printed one very small book. It can fit in, so entire 700 shlokas can fit into a very small book. So this is so small, but vistaraihi, shastra vistaraihi, it is so comprehensive. Bharatamrita sarvasvam Vishnor Vaktraadvinisritam Geeta Gangodakam Pitva Punarjanmana Vidyate. By drinking this Amrit nectar, what is going to happen? This has come from the mouth of whom? Sri Vishnu himself. And the one who drinks this nectar is not going to get what? Bharatamrita sarvasvam Vishnor Vaktraadvinisritam. And the one who drinks this nectar, this nectar of Geeta, for him there is no punarjanma. There is no coming back to this world. Now, no coming back to this world means they will get liberation. Now, it doesn't necessarily need to be taken in a literal sense. What it means, even if they have to come back to this world, there will be no sorrow attached with it. So everything should not be taken as a literal translation. Even if there is any coming back, there is no sorrow attached to this coming back to this world. Sarvopanishado gavo dogdha gopalanandanaha partho vatsas sudhir bhukta duktham geetamritam mahat. A very important shlok, and most of you already have heard it in many of the Vivechan. How is this Bhagavad Gita? It is considered a cow. Sarvopanishado, if we consider all Upanishads as a cow, and we Dogdha, who is the Dogdha? Which form of Shri Krishna is being admired here? The Gopal, who takes care of the cows, who is milking the cows. Now, what is he milking? Whom is he milking for? He is milking the milk for whom? Vatsa means baby. Vatsa is the child. Who is the child here? The Partha. Arjun is the child. And Sudhir Bhokta. Who is going to drink this milk? It is going to be the Arjun. And with Arjun, we all also. When the cow is milking, is it only the calf that enjoys its milk? No, we all also enjoy. Isn't a human tendency to enjoy the milk of the cow along with the calves? So we are also going to enjoy this Duktham, which Dukta? Geetamrita, which is Amrit. How is this? Which Amrit it is? The Amrit of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. And how it is? It is Mahat, the great nectar, the great imperishable Amrit of Geeta is going to be enjoyed by all of us. Ekam shastram devaki putra Geeta meko devo devaki putra eva. Eko mantrastasya namani yani karmapyekantasya devasya seva. How is this Shastra? There is only one Shastra. There is only ultimate Shastra is Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. The ultimate God is who? Devaki Putra Shri Krishna. He is the ultimate deity, ultimate God. And there is only Eka Mantra. His name is the Hari Naam. His name is the only mantra. We have seen this in our scriptures also. There is a story where Shri Krishna has told that in Kali Yuga, Hari Naam is going to help people sail through all the difficulties. So that Hari, his name is the only mantra which is going to help us sail through. And Karmapyekantasya devasya seva. This sentence is one of the most beautiful one I like. To do his seva. See, no matter how much puja pat we should all do, that is extremely essential. But karma api ekam. Karma is the only biggest level of seva that you can do for Shri Krishna. Karma pyekantasya devasya seva. This God's Seva, this God's, how you can worship this God? By offering him the flowers of our karma. And which kind of flowers will you offer? The beautiful flowers. So the beautiful actions. So what is going to make Shri Krishna most happy? Your good actions are going to be the most beautiful seva, most beautiful offering that you can give to Shri Krishna. So what is the most beautiful offering? Always remember this. Karma pyekan tasya devasya seva. And after this, we proceed to the dhyan. Atha dhyanam shantakaram bhujagashayanam padmanabam suresham vishwadharam gagana sadrisham meghavarnam shubhangam Lakshmikantam kamalanayanam yogi vidhyanagamyam Vande Vishnum bhavabhayaharam sarvalokaikarnatham. How is our Vishnu Bhagwan? Vande Vishnum bhavabhayaharam. Here, this is the when we are doing dhyan of anything, we need a picture, a beautiful picture. We have to have an imaginative picture of of the deity on whom we are doing this dhyan. Here, Shri Krishna is, we know, incarnation of Shri Vishnu himself. So here in praise of Shri Vishnu, this beautiful shloka, we all have been singing it from our childhood. How is he? Shantakaram Bhujakashayanam Padmanabham Suresham. He is the king of all the gods. And he is holding what? Vishwadharam. He is the one who is holding the entire world together. He is the one like sky. Gagana Sadrisham. He is like the sky. How is his appearance? Meghavarnan Shubhangam. And he is the Swami of Mata Lakshmi. And how are his eyes? Beautiful eyes. And he is in which mudra? In Dhyan mudra he is sitting. And this picture we imagine in front of us, and from the depth of our heart we do pranam, we do namaskar, we are singing praise. Vande Vishnu Bhavabhayaharam. How is he? He is Bhavabhayahara. Very important. He is the one who is going to blow away all the fears from us. He is going to take away all our fears and he is the only Nath, only Swami, only God in all the worlds. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutastunvanti Divyaistavai Vedai Sangha Padakramopanishadair Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavasthita tatgatena manasa pashyanti yogino yasyantanna vidussurasuragana devaya tasmai namaha. Devaya tasmai namaha. Whom am I bowing down to? Whom am I worshipping? The one to whom Brahma, Varuna, Rudra, Maruta, all these gods are also praising. The ones I am going down to that God to whom all gods are also praising. All the Vedas are also praising them. All the Upanishads and all the other scriptures, the Vedas, Upanishads, all are singing the praise of this one God, of whom Dhyanavasthita Tatkatena Manasa Pashyanti and Yogino. In their dhyana, in their dhyana sthiti, in their actions of dhyan, in their meditations, who is being seen? This Vishnu Bhagwan, the one whom I am bowing down to. This is the same deity that the gods are praising. This is the same deity whose praise is being sung in all the Vedas and Upanishads, and the yogis are seeing him in their meditation. They are the ones upon whom the yogis are meditating. So, by blessings of Swamiji, we all are blessed. By blessings of Shri Krishna himself, we all are blessed to sing this beautiful stuti, this beautiful praises of Shri Vishnu himself, Shri Krishna himself. All these shlokas are sung before the chanting of all the 18 chapters. So we are discussing the process of Parayan. Before starting the chanting of these 18 chapters, we all chant these. We purify our body and our fingers, everything. After purifying, we sing the greatness, Geeta Mahatmya. We sing the greatness. We praise Bhagavad Gita herself. We praise Mahabharat. We offer our prayers to Maharshi Vedavyas and Shri Krishna himself and Shri Vishnu himself, and with all these blessings and purification, we should proceed to chanting of all the 18 chapters. This Nyaas process is done only when you are singing all 18 chapters in one go, in one sitting. Not if you are chanting 1 or 2 chapters, this process is not mandatory. And after this entire thing is done, no matter how careful we are in our chanting, some or the other mistake happen. Little rasva dirgha here and there. Nobody wants to do mistakes deliberately. By mistake happens, isn't it? And for that, we should still seek forgiveness from God. So after this entire Parayan is done, after we complete the Parayan, we should sing this Kshama Yachana Prarthana. Yasya smritya cha namoktya tapo yajna kriyadishu Nyunam sampurnatayati sadhyo vanditamachyutam yadaksharaspa padabhrashtam matraहीnaim cha yad bhavet tatsarvang shamyatam deva narayana namostute Visarga bindu matrani padapadaksharani cha Nyunani chatirikta kshamasva parameshvara. I will have to sing this so many times after the Vivechan. So much mistake in this reading. This moment I realize the time and the focus goes. So this entire Kshama Prarthana is said for what? Yachya smritya cha namoktya, all the ones by whose thought itself, if we think about Sri Krishna himself, what happens just by remembering him, all the sins get cleared. I am remembering this Sri Krishna by remembering whom all the tap, yagna, kriya, all these are going to get their appropriate fruit by the memory of Sri Krishna. We will be able to get all the appropriate fruits. I remember this. So whatever mistakes have happened by taking his name, these mistakes are also going to get taken care of. What yadak, whatever the akshar, whatever I'm saying, pada, whatever we have seen, if there are any mistakes in saying all these shlokas, yadakshara pada prashtan, yadakshara pada akshar pada, if there are any problems in chanting things, yadakshara pada prashtam mantra hine, if there are some matras we have, dirgha rasva, anything has happened, any mistake has happened in the pronunciation, that will be taken care of. Whatever mistakes have happened, please forgive me. Kshamyatan deva. Please forgive me, hey Narayan, please forgive me. And not only the matra, akshara, pada and all these, but visarga, bindu, matra and rasva, dirgha, whatever your trainers keep telling, if something here and there happens, pada, pada, aksharani cha, nyunani, if there is any exaggeration, if there is any exaggeration, or if something is less, then chati-riktani, if there is something less that has happened, please forgive me. Kshamasva Parameshwara. Hey Parameshwar, please forgive me. With that, we seek forgiveness from our Parampita Paramatma, the very Dayalu, the very graceful Shri Krishna, who will forgive us for everything, because he loves each one of us so much. With that, I also seek forgiveness with the Kshama Yachna. I seek forgiveness from you all also today because of some unavoidable technical glitches in the laptop. The Zoom was not working for me, so I'm extremely sorry. I seek forgiveness from all of you also. So kindly forgive me for this delay and the time this Vivechan has taken. The number of shlokas was very high. So with that, I seek your forgiveness, and on that, I offer this entire discourse at the feet of Param Pujya Swami Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj, with whose blessings I am able to say a little bit whatever is being said here. We have completed all Vivechan sessions of all this entire level 4, all the speech that I could deliver throughout these 6 months. Everything is being offered at the feet of Shri Krishna. Hari Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you so much for the patient listening and staying back till this long time. Thank you so much, each one of you.
Shri Krishna Didi, it was a wonderful and enlightening session as always. And no need to say sorry because, patience always bears great fruits, and it was a really wonderful session. Yeah, so if we are having any doubts, please raise your hand and please turn your video on and please ask your question briefly. Hello, Bhaiya.
Jai Shri Krishna Trilok ji, please unmute yourself. Unmute Bhaiya. Please say. I'm still not able to hear him.
Are you wearing any earphones, Bhaiya? Please.
Maybe you can remove the earphones.
It okay now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I am listening you since last 6 months.
Oh,
I have never raised my hands, and I hope in this session today is the last session with you. Didi ji, you have miraculously, very beautifully summarized the whole Geeta ji in Nyaas. While explaining the Nyaas, Karan Nyaas, Hridayad Nyaas, you have beautifully and you are a very good explainer. You have summarized the whole thing.
Swamiji's Kripa and this entire knowledge I get from my gurus, Varnekar Kakaji and Vandana Kakiji and Ashu Bhaiya. I have learned a lot from them. My entire seva is offered to them also.
So my raising hand only to thank you from my bottom of my heart.
Actually, even I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I seek your blessings that I continue to get these opportunities of studying and doing Vivechan, because I don't think I'm capable enough of this, but this gives me an opportunity to study, which is a very big blessing in itself. So I seek your blessings. Trilok ji, pranam to you. Please bless me for further also. Thank you.
Jai Shri Krishna Didi. It was an awesome session. I was so hungry for this. This is the 3rd or 4th Nyaas I am attending, but I always felt starved and incomplete. Today you satisfied. It was just heartening. It was like a buffet you gave us of all the 700 shlokas. Thank you very much. God bless you and keep you blessed always. For seva for all of us. So, Didi, I had one question.
Yes.
It may be very silly. I don't know. Maybe I understood it wrong. In the 5th shloka, Bhishma Drona Tata. Bhishma and Drona are the 2 shores of the river of the battlefield. But they are on the same side. So how they can be 2 shores?
So they are on the same sides, but the principle wise, they are 2 good people. And though they are good, they are on the same side of the Yuddha, Didi. See, even in that, but in between these 2, this entire river is flowing. It is not to be taken in a literal sense. It's not that they are not meeting or anything. Here it just means that in between these 2 good extremes, there is this, see, the two good extremes. So the bank is showing the end. See, it starts, if there was just one this thing, it in these two good extremes, this entire Rananadi is flowing. It is not indicating the sides of, that's why I'm telling, everything cannot be taken in a very literal translation state. It is indicating of between these two good people, this entire war is
River of
being
the battle.
created. Yes, this entire war, Rupee river is created, and in that there are these obstacles. This one bank and the other bank, these, why I call them good also, because had Duryodhan listened to even any one of them, all this matter wouldn't have happened. So they are two good extremities, I'm saying, and in that this river is flowing. It is containing. They are giving this a flow. If there is no bank, the river will just go. It will flood everywhere. They are containing that also. You can look at it from that perspective also. So there are many ways to look at it, but for the basic understanding, sometimes I feel we should not go too much in that also, because they are tat. Some Bhashyakar has mentioned them as the tat. So it is very important to just understand.
Why I said? Because the war was between two sides. One is Pandus, who were following Dharma, and Kauravas, Adharma. So, but these two people, the good people, both from the Kaurava side,
because they are tied with their dharma, they are tied with the simhasan. They are tied with their simhasan. They are tied with whatever they have been eating. Unka namak khaya hai. So yeah, so they were in whatever this thing there, but they are containing this entire river of this, and ultimately, it is not that Pandavas have crossed from this side to that side, Didi. They have crossed this entire river and united by, they have successfully crossed, means what is the ultimate destination of any river?
Merged with the ocean.
Merged with the ocean. They have successfully merged with the Paramatma, because they were, who was the Kaivartaka? It was Keshav.
While you were explaining, I got the meaning of, I understood it. I understood both these were gurus, Bhishma and Drona.
Yes.
So though they supported Dharma, they had to take their side. From your explanation only I got it. So, and Arjuna was torn between them only, and he wanted to give up. So that is how. Even then he had to fight the battle.
So this is a matter of contemplation. We should keep reading more and more and get more clarity.
The more we listen, the more ideas of clarity we
and this is a different thing to understand. This we should sing in the praise of Mahabharat, but we should do more chintan of Geeta shlokas. Very nice. Thank you, Jayati. Jai Shri Krishna. Suren Bhaiya, please unmute yourself.
Jai Krishna, Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna.
My pranam to you, my pranam to everyone, and my pranam to the lotus feet of Sri Vyas Muni. Maybe I will be asking a silly question.
There is no question is silly, basically.
Just for the sake of enlightening me, thank you. That Lord Vyas, Sri Vyas Muni, he did not write the Mahabharata as such. He related the Mahabharata, and which was written as by Lord Ganesh.
Now that's very true.
If Lord Ganesh wrote it, there is no mention anywhere of Lord Ganeshji. Excuse me for my silly question, but can you enlighten me on that? Thank you.
He is the Lekhani of Mahabharata, and I don't know why the name is missed, but everything starts with a prayer to Lord Ganesha. So yeah, that is always there, but now why it is not there in the Geeta Mahatmya? Maybe because it is more focused on the Geeta. All other deities are given, and see, when it is written by the name of the author, it will always be not be the pen of the author, but the the one who has thought this entire thing. So definitely, if Maharshi Vedvyas ji was not there, the Mahabharat Grantha wouldn't have happened. Sri Ganesh ji wouldn't have sat and rooted by himself. So I think that he has probably, but I don't have much information about this. I'm sorry, I will not comment much on this platform. But yeah, but we should just be, everything starts with every puja starts with Ganesha. We should give him this very much deserved honor always. Shri Ganesha Namaha.
Thank you.
I think that is enough, and thank you so much for staying back. And first time I felt like, oh, people stayed back for the questions also. So I'm really eternally grateful to everyone present in the meeting. Thank you so much. Ji.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shraddha Didi, for every bit of explanation that you gave us, for every interesting question from our curious sadhaks. Thank you all the dignitary sadhaks present here and on Zoom and on YouTube, Facebook Live for making this into a truly joyous experience. Thanks again to all of you. Also a sincere thanks to our technical team, Kailash Borwake Bhaiya, for his tireless effort in making this session a great success. I express our sincere gratitude towards our beloved Geeta Parivar for making us understand and inculcate these valuable teachings from Bhagavad Gita ji in our lives through this Learn Gita platform. So let's conclude our session by saying prayer and offering our today's discussion to Lord Krishna's lotus feet. And with the same emotion, please stay in the meeting to recite one Samuhik Hanuman Chalisa Path as well. Let's say the prayer. Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Vrajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. Beautiful.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जोदायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज संभारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरना मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय।
Jai Shri Krishna. So congratulations again for completing this 4-level Char Dham Yatra and all the best for your future Geetamay journey. Hoping to see you all again in other interpretation sessions as well. Until then, Geeta padhe, padhaye, jeevan mein laye. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Ji.